It is an exciting time here at the Cincinnati Zoo. We're in our new indoor gorilla center. It opens on December 5th. Everybody be sure to come to see it. I'm with my friend Ron Evans. He's our curator of primates. He's in charge of all the primates at the zoo. He's involved all over the world, but he's also very excited because you've dreamed about this a long time, right?
Absolutely, Thane. You know, I've been lobbying for an indoor gorilla habitat for most of my career here at the Cincinnati Zoo, but it's a big zoo. We got a lot of things we have to think about.
That's right.
But finally, after, enjoying our current gorilla facility for the past 38, 40 years, and it was light years ahead of its time when it was built in 1978, the gorillas finally came back around to the top, and we said, hey, we learned a lot about gorillas. Here's what we need to do now. And one of those things was to build this new giant indoor gorilla habitat so people can see the gorillas year round. The gorillas have a big, beautiful extra space to go into. Everybody wins, everybody's happy.
Well, there's a lot that goes into this too, because when you think of, okay, well, this is about the size of a great big house or a barn, how much could that cost? Well, the answer is $13 million. So some of that is making it gorilla worthy, right? Because like in my house, a gorilla just walk right through the window.
The hardest thing, I think, to build for in a zoo world are great apes, because great apes are super smart, they're super strong, and they can go anywhere their eyes can take them if you let them. So you have to build everything gorilla proof or ape proof. And because they're so intelligent, we have to get really innovative on how we design aspects. So it's just not a place for the gorillas to go. We have really clever enrichment devices or novel things for the gorillas to do built in and incorporated all throughout this place. About 30 different spots.
Are there sort of unusual things they get to do in this space?
Yeah, so we have, like I said, about 30 different points, I would say, or probably more. I haven't counted them all up yet, of enrichment devices. This is an example of just one of them. We just call this a groping feeder. So it looks like a naturalistic hole, but people can watch the gorillas reach down in here to find food.
Okay.
We have a service door on the back side, so we can do so many different things. We can fill that full of bedding and hide sunflower seeds in it. We have plastic containers we can slide in through this service door and put frozen food. We can fill it full of water and they reach through and get raisins. We can put sugar-free Jello in it if we want, healthy snacks. And so we have a whole lot of these just hidden all over. We have special browse receptacles where we can hang fresh branches of leaves for the gorillas to pick out.
And that brings up an interesting thing. You and I have both been lucky to see gorillas in the wild. And the thing I noticed is, both days I trekked up to see them, they're always eating. Right? They're just eating in the morning. So you spread their food out here as well?
We feed the gorillas at least 6 times a day, Thane.
Okay.
And we spread it out. Gorillas get more produce than any single animal, other than maybe the manatees. I don't know. We'd have to see who eats the most. But yes, and we try and follow their natural history in everything we do when we manage gorillas. Certainly feeding schedules. Gorillas, like you said, just don't eat once a day or eat once every 2 weeks like maybe a snake. They eat all day long, and it's not only important for their digestion, it's important for their socialization. Gorillas bond over eating together, kind of like people do, You go out to dinner and you like to socially eat. It's the same exact thing with gorillas. It relaxes them, it makes them feel good about each other when everybody has some food to eat, and it's just an important part of their social game.
So now, we have 11 gorillas. The big group's got 8, so pretend there's 8 gorillas in here. You think they'll use this vertical space? Because that's big.
We encourage them to. So as you see, we have these really beautiful artificial vines all through here. And there's about 40 different hookup points on the back side of those trees. So we can move these vines around occasionally to encourage them to climb up. But we've gone a step further and we've added these cables. And these cables won't be here showing when the gorillas are in here. But through that tree, there's a pulley system that comes down, and there's a winch inside that tree that we service from the back side. We can hang big bundles of browse. We can hang puzzle devices on those brackets, and we can pull those cables all the way up so the gorillas climb up. And there's 4 of those across this whole place, and encourage the gorillas to go up high. And they'll do it anyway because they like to get up there, and there's nice, comfortable spots for them to sit. So it's really an incredibly dynamic exhibit.
Now I have to ask about this mulch, because I know historically, to just keep them real clean, gorillas lived on concrete, or tile maybe, and you wanted to sterilize it almost. So tell us about this.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. We really work hard at keeping all of our animals' homes very clean and free of any bacteria or whatever. And so this is a methodology that was really developed in Europe quite a few years ago, and there's quite a few zoos in North America now that use it as well. So it's a proven methodology of making a deep bed of mulch, and you have to be careful about how deep. You need it to be at least 3 feet deep. You need good drainage underneath, and you need to make sure you get the right kind of mulch. It just can't be something you necessarily buy at your local, but you can. It has to be a hardwood, thicker bunch of mulch. And what happens is you still clean it, you rake it up, you can hose it just like it was outside because it drains down through deep. And then over time, it actually creates positive breakdown bacteria that breaks down other things. It's almost like being outside. And what's the most important about it is it's a very nice, soft substrate for the gorillas to live on. So it's comfortable.
Yeah, I was much softer than concrete.
And as an added benefit to our guests, it's pretty. I should mention one more thing, Thane, if you want, about this mulch. This was an incredible event the other day, and you were part of it. I was part of it. So we hauled in by hand almost 6,000 30-pound bags of mulch to fill this place in. That's how big this is. And we had a team of about 40 zoo employees, volunteers, and we were moving so fast to get this in. We put this in 3 hours.
I know. I've never seen anything like it, really. You couldn't get anyone to slow down. I was glad nobody got hurt.
It looked
bags
like
were flying.
It looked like an ant mound, didn't it? It looked like ants building an ant mound in here. And one of our facilities guys figured it out. He figured out we were dumping a bag of mulch in here every 2 seconds as a team.
You've worked with gorillas how long?
Oh gosh, over 30 years.
And I'm betting, just from my observation over those years, the way we take care of gorillas has gotten more complex.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So today you're more concerned about their social life?
Yeah, we're constantly trying to learn about all the animals at the zoo. And certainly the great apes keep you on your toes. Once again, most intelligent animals, next to humans, and some might argue more intelligent than many humans. But so they keep you on the cutting edge. So through our gorilla program here at the zoo, we really started the first comprehensive enrichment program where we did daily enrichment, kept records on it for over 25 years here at the zoo. Now, of course, enrichment zoo-wide as well, but it started with the great apes. Operant conditioning really was kind of channeled in to zoos across the country and here at the Cincinnati Zoo through the great apes, because once again, you have to figure out ways to manage the gorillas. We don't go in with them. We don't force them to do things. We want them to cooperatively work with us. So through these operant conditioning skills, we can train gorillas to present body parts for health inspections, do blood draws on them. We can even do, believe it or not, we have our big silverback who's nothing but 420 pounds of muscle and attitude. Cooperatively through this positive reinforcement presents his chest for us, and we do full cardiac workups with this guy. So yes, they keep you on your toes. They always keep you progressive. So a lot of the things that you see in zoos that are commonplace today were ushered in through the great apes.
Amazing. I see one vine that's hanging down, looks like it's to swing on, and you're about the size of a gorilla. So
I've already been testing it.
So I know we got to make sure this is strong enough to hold a great ape, and nobody's a greater ape than Ron. So.
And if it holds me, it'll hold most gorillas.
Exactly. Exactly. You're not quite
I'm about
as big
the
as
size
Grandma.
of an adult female gorilla. So just one more added feature. We're going to come up with some fun stuff to tie off on this. We want to give the gorillas a bit of a swing. So watch out, camera guy.
All right, look at that. You know what's fun is last July I was in Rwanda and saw a young gorilla, maybe 1 to 2 years old, doing just that on a really thin one, but just playing, looking just like she was playing at a playground. Yeah.
So we got all kinds of fun stuff like
This'll
this
be
in
fun.
here for the gorillas to do.
Well, it's always fun when new exhibits open. I'm particularly excited for you and your love for gorillas, your team, the gorillas themselves, and as you said, the visitors too.
Absolutely.
Even in the wintertime when you come to the zoo, even at night, starting December 5th during the Festival of Lights, you can come see gorillas in our new indoor gorilla exhibit here at the Cincinnati Zoo.